Welcome to the Traderade Discord. Our goal is to help you sharpen your edge. We know the odds are against traders. 90% don't make it after a year. We thought, what if there was a way that we could help people to improve those odds of success by building on key foundations: education, actionable trading ideas, cutting-edge trading tools, and an inclusive community of traders from all walks of life. This is the concept that we built Traderade around. We're different because we have a team that has over 40 years of industry experience, bringing to the table the ability to help navigate these markets, cutting through the noise to focus on signal. We think that just about anyone can become a successful trader if they're willing to put the work into it. So let's talk a little bit about what makes us different and what you can expect from the Traderade Discord. First, we have a channel that is dedicated to the flow in the S&P 500, looking at the SPX options chain and translating that to levels in the S&P 500 futures. We know that the S&P 500 is really the heartbeat of the market. Today's flow shows us some degree of balance. We look at the top two call strikes, the top two put strikes, we show their volume, and that in and of itself can give us a sense as to which side may have an edge. With this data, we also include visualizations to show where on the chain this volume is happening, as well as the total put-call ratio in volume at that time. We also distill that information into 0 DTE gamma exposure levels, so we can easily map where there may be an area of strong support. For example, 6800's 0 DTE put exposure stands out as one of those potential levels. This information is also included in our streams and is queryable from our bot. We'll show those features shortly. One of our moderators, Kay Wagner, also created this awesome BGL bot that automates entry and exit decisions based on the big green line, or the 21 EMA on a 5-minute chart. One of the things that we do believe is important for a trader's journey is spending time constructively and wisely. We don't want to encourage burnout, so we do focus on everything we can do to save you time by distilling information. We also have a newsfeed. This newsfeed shows headlines as they're breaking from Financial Juice, so you can make sense as to what's happening in the world around you. Then we have a variety of chat rooms, general chat, questions, and we're always available to help members. If you have any questions about our tools, our research, what you're seeing in the market, a stock or asset class or otherwise, we encourage that interaction. We also have a bot queries channel with our friendly Discord bot, Gur. You can see the extensive amount of commands available. One of the functions that I've added to recently was the Gamma Profiler. Let's say, for example, we want to look at the current Gamma Profile on NVIDIA. We run bang Gamma NVIDIA, and the bot processes that query in real time, pulling that data directly from the exchange and providing a visualization of net gamma exposure, gross gamma exposure, and then a convenient breakdown of the gamma profile in NVIDIA, where we can see the call wall at 200 and the put wall at 160, which are also visible on this chart. Similarly, with a focus on the S&P 500, we have a command called SPX charts, which will show you all of those same levels for the S&P 500 visualized. We can see the call wall at 7,000, and we can see that there's a put wall building at 6,500. We can also see where the gamma flip level has been calculated, in this case, 6826. And we're just around that level, so we can get a sense we're neutral gamma. That's important because that means dealer hedging impacts on the market are more muted in neutral gamma. And if you want an easy way to pull those levels to perhaps pop into your chart or just pay attention throughout the day, if you're trading SPX, you can use bang SPX to get that output. Or if you're trading S&P 500 futures, we can automatically delta adjust those levels using the bang ES command. We also have similar commands for the NASDAQ, and we can create these levels for just about any optionable stock, ETF, or index. Gur's functionality is in its early stages. It's already an extremely impressive Discord bot, but we have a lot more that we're going to be building into it over time. Then we have our trading discussions channels. Commentary is a very active channel where folks are discussing what's going on during the trading day, sharing jokes and humor as well, because, we get a little bored sometimes staring at the screens and we like to entertain ourselves. Then we have the commodities room, where we discuss the latest trends and events that are happening in the commodity space that we can take advantage of. We were very early on the gold and silver trades, as well as the palladium trade and copper trade. We have our crypto room, where we analyze the latest happenings in the crypto market. Futures for a more general, zoomed out look at S&P and NASDAQ futures, as well as currency futures and other contracts. And our stocks and options channel, where we discuss longer time frame swing trades in stocks and options, unusual flows, trends and momentum, and other related signals. We also have an extensive amount of forums for traders to dive into if you want to record your trading journey and share it with members. If you want to provide market preps, custom indicators that our members have built that can be shared with each other, trading systems to automate your trading, a nerd chat room for discussions about technology, AI, coding, health, and much more. And of course, our streams, which are the highlight for many members. Let's say, for example, you wanted to take those SPX options visualizer levels and easily plot them on a chart. We offer a subscription that you can use for Bookmap or MotiveWave externally, but if you're on our Discord, you can also see those levels using our streams. So for example, during today's trading day, you can see how we were breaking below the BGL. That's this big green line here. That accelerated our downside momentum, and we finally found some support just around the hot put vol trigger convergence level. We got back up to the BGL and midpoint confluence area, rejected just under that, so it looks like we're making a lower high here. We can also see towards the bottom, our subchart momentum indicator was showing some degree of exhaustion, which gave us a sense that when there was convergence between exhaustion and a potential support level, we could get a bounce. This information, including our intraday pivot levels and major pivot levels and the SPX options visualizer, can help our members make better informed trading decisions about where they should watch in terms of levels, what the momentum is, and where order flow is focused. And if in case you want to watch more than one stream, we make that possible very easily using Discord's native functionality. You can watch as many streams as you'd like at the same time. And in fact, you can actually tune out all the non-video participants and create your own full screen stream of just the charts you want to see. That includes our bookmap charts for Bitcoin, the S&P 500, gold, the gold ETF and NASDAQ, as well as our pivot and swing pivot charts for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, our options alerts, our squeeze alerts, and much more. The options alert stream is a really helpful way to get a sense as to where there's unusual flow. This stream is powered by Benzinga Pro. I've tuned it up with my own variables, and it allows us to be able to pull data in from various unusually large sweeps in calls and puts that could be trade setups. Also help us to understand which side is dominating the tape. So far today, a pretty balanced day between the unusual puts and the unusual calls, giving us a sense that no one really has an edge overall where we are right now in the market. We can see that in the SPX options visualizer, as well as in these unusual flows. And throughout the trading day and after hours, we have real-time news alerts powered by Benzinga Pro and Financial Juice, as well as text-to-speech alerts from our bookmap program when there's exhaustion events, absorption events, and other noteworthy events such as stops and icebergs of unusual size. All of this to say that our goal is to make your trading journey easier by providing you with distilled information about what's moving the market, where the flows and important levels are, so you can focus on execution and improving your process. Traderade is your one-stop shop to get institutional grade information and research at a retail price, to join a community of like-minded traders from all backgrounds, and to take advantage of our cutting-edge trading tools. And as always, if anyone has a question, they're always welcome to reach out, because we genuinely want to help improve the likelihood that you're a successful trader.